Good morning, Patriots. JT here, Serenity Farms prepping. I feel that it's time to do a Cbdc UBI update. I did 4 videos on it where I went through what my personal scenario would be like as they attempt to implement the Cbdc mark of the beast system and the UBI. Now that's all going full speed ahead. I see nothing to change or stop it. As a matter of fact, I believe that they're increasing the speed with which they think that they have to implement this, which is why we see the increase on the forthcoming lockdowns. That's probably when it'll happen. Okay, so in all my other videos, the end scenario was it doesn't matter if you refuse to join the system. I am a retired New York State employee. I get a small disability check for a severe injury that I got while I was employed. But both of those incomes, one from the state and one from the feds, will simply be converted to a UBI. The Cbdc is what is the system that all of our UBIs are in. Okay, I likely won't even be given an option. They don't need to say you're gonna get $500 a month as your UBI from both your incomes. Take it or leave it. They don't have to say that. They just send me a notice that says, here's your UBI, and based on your wackadoodle white male toxic extremist nationalist social credit score and the fact that you have purchased a half a side of beef and an entire pig for the last 5 years, your carbon footprint and your credit score could be raised if you want to be a good little boy. So I can refuse, but they're going to give me what they're going to give me. Question is, how are they going to give it to me? Now, initially we decided very likely that it would be like a debit card. Okay, but all your other information, whether it be personal, business, anything, is also going to be on that card. It's going to be like a national ID jibber jab UBI passport. Okay. So, they'll do that for a while. Because no jibber jab. But the UBI and the information will already be loaded on there. That won't be a choice. So, every month I will have X amount. As it stands now, I have land and school taxes. School taxes for which I just received $1,700. Don't have to pay it all at time. I can pay it in 3 installments. The first one of $658 just went out. And that's 3 months in a row that I have to pay close to that amount. Well, if my UBI is 500 and each one of those payments is 600, do the Common Core math. I'm already 100 in the hole each month with no food, no utilities, which will be limited, nothing. I'm 100 in the hole each month. I can't say that's exactly how that'll go down, but they're not going to not let me pay the taxes, are they? So, a few months or a year down the road, as this new round of scamdemics kick in, at some point they're going to tell purebloods, okay, we're not screwing around anymore. Do it or no more money. You're cut off. Well, I'm not doing it. So when the money gets cut off because I took a stand, now when those taxes come due, I have nothing to pay them. Even if I have precious metals, they're not going to take them. I mean, they're going to take them, but they're not going to accept them as payment. So, remember, this system also includes this much private home ownership eventually. Remember, you'll own nothing and you will be happy. And smart cities and 15-minute cities, of which there is a difference, they're similar with a few differences, which I'll make another video on. But anyway, they want to move us all into those, as you know. So what better way to get me out of everything I have for tax forfeiture? If I have no income, I can't pay. Nobody else is going to be allowed to pay on my behalf. They're going to have just enough UBI themselves to pay for what they have. I'm not going to compromise who I am to raise my UBI. So you hear all these so-called popular channels, and they all have a precious metals sponsor. All right, I have a preparedness food sponsor, which we probably acquired the same way. I discovered the company that I get my prepper food from, which, as we know, was storagechef.com. So after getting some food, sampling it, doing a little research, I sent them an email one day and just said, nothing for nothing, would you be okay and interested if I start using your name and then the people that follow me on YouTube and Rumble can order from you? And they said, yes, that would be fine. Offer them a 15% discount. That's the SFP15. Now, the only thing that I get is if I order, I get a 15% discount. So, whereas these gold shills, they're making bank. Okay, I'm not getting anything except the same exact thing you are, simply for the company allowing me to use their name. All these popular channels with all their sponsors, they get a nice kickback on everything that they can sell to their members. And that's fine if you as a member are fully aware, and most of these channels do say that they get a kickback. They don't say kickback, but they get it. But if someone buys $5,000 worth of gold, that kickback's pretty substantial. Some of these channels focus towards higher end clients. So the money is very good. But that's not the point. The point is these channels are plugging gold, silver, gold, silver, gold, silver. And some of them have food sponsors as well. But the gold and silver, and they're talking, we got to barter when it all crashes and we refuse the system. We'll have gold and silver to buy stuff of it. And when a black market situation finally starts to develop, but ultimately, if everyone gets kicked out of their houses because they can't pay taxes that refuse to join the system and the UBI, what good is that gold and silver going to be when you have no place to stay, to sleep, to bathe, to store your food? So none of these channels ever mention this. All of these so-called experts that go on channels to tell you how the Cbdc and the UBI is going to work and how to avoid, they never mention taxes. Because as we know, there's two things constant in life, right? Death and taxes. Even if the taxes have always been illegal, they're still there, and I don't see them stopping. So I'd like to hear what you guys think, how people are going to stay in their homes when the UBI and the Cbdc are automatically inserted, and like in many people's cases, the UBI will be made intentionally lower than monthly requirements to get you out of your home and into a re-education camp. Oh, no one's coming to save you. There are no white knights. There's no savior. Good luck. All right, that's all I got for now. JT.